An uneasy calm has descended on Chemnitz a few weeks after right-wing extremists took over its streets.
All that aggression is worlds away from what we normally see in this city.
Right-wingers from across Germany converged on the center of town to rally against refugees and foreigners.
It's not a pretty sight to see Nazis, blatant Nazis, marching through town.
The shock still resonates among residents here.
Lots of people in the city were stunned that such a thing could even happen here.
Chemnitz was renamed Karl Marx City in the days of communist East Germany. Why is anger and hatred apparently so widespread in this region and Eastern Germany as a whole? Chemnitz is neither gray nor brown. That's the slogan of a citizens' initiative formed in the wake of the far-right rallies. It stands for a Chemnitz which rejects xenophobia. Over 60 companies have given a total of 250,000 euros to the organization. The money is for integration projects to help combat a negative image that could adversely impact firms here.
Industry and the economy have developed very successfully in recent years. We've got strong, small and mid-sized companies, and we need skilled workers. We can't recruit them all locally, so we need workers from abroad.
One startup, Staffbase, gets job applications from programmers around the world. The software company has 100 employees and offices in Berlin, Amsterdam, and New York. Its headquarters is in Chemnitz. Co-founder Martin Böhringer was born and raised here.
We never lived off any image here. In fact, the town has always had a negative image, and it hasn't improved now. We have to combat that with our work and ensure that our strength, which has grown in recent years, keeps growing.
What does Böhringer like about Chemnitz? Why did he stay? He tells me how the city has developed in recent years and that he believes in it.
When I was a student, it was standard for people to leave town. Almost everyone from my high school year left. But things have turned around in recent years. We've had several people returning. They spent a few years in Munich, Düsseldorf, Hamburg, and now they're back. You can feel a fresh wind.
Chemnitz is not particularly pretty. There are still lots of prefab apartment blocks built during the communist era. But it does have an Art Nouveau district. And at €5 a square meter, rents in Chemnitz are among the lowest in German cities. Of the population of 247,000, 20,000 are immigrants. After German reunification, industry here collapsed. A lot of companies only resettled recently, like this engineering firm. The Heckert company, once part of an East German combine, now exports 2/3 of its milling machines. The managing director came from the Ruhr Valley in Western Germany. He had planned to stay for a year, but he liked the job and soon the town.
I had no preconceived ideas. I just wondered why I'd want to go so far from home. But I stayed because it was fun to work here with a great team. And because the setting was right. Chemnitz is a nice city. It's getting bad press at the moment, but it's a pretty livable town.
But the city has an image problem with foreign visitors. Here, a business delegation from Latin America is taking snaps of Karl Marx. This is the spot where the recent demonstrations turned ugly. It's only a few hundred meters from an engineering design office. The company plans and builds chemical plants in more than 50 countries. They've just recruited an electrical engineer from Brazil. He witnessed the violence, but it doesn't seem to have put him off.
I think it's a problem everywhere. It doesn't just happen in Chemnitz. I have to say that I've only met friendly people here. I have very positive feelings.
But the boss is worried he won't be able to find more people in future. Customers and suppliers have been asking if Chemnitz is still safe.
Because we're such an international company, it's important that we recruit internationally. We currently have 27 employees from 14 countries. They're from places like Brazil, Turkey, Russia and Hungary. And we need them. We want them to feel at home here.
And although Chemnitz is calm again for the moment, more demonstrations are expected in the coming weeks.